Dear friends, very warm welcome. You're listening Gateway to Heaven, where inner bliss flows in your heart. Now, we will hear a few words on the significance of festival Shivratri. Bharat is one of the ancient countries of the world. It has a great heritage of glory and an elevated way of life. Even now, it is very well known as being the land of deities with palaces and a lifestyle of legendary beauty. Bharat is a great pilgrimage place, and so the soil of Bharat is held in great respect. Bharat is well known for festivals, and by tradition, one festival or another is celebrated almost daily. Shivratri is celebrated every year with a lot of religious faith and devotion. Devotees keep fast, make offerings on Shivling, and stay awake all night to get the blessings of God Shiva. Most of devotees are unknown with the mystery behind Shivratri. To truly celebrate Shivratri, it is vital to know who is God Shiva, what this word Ratri means, and what is our relationship with him. Who is God Shiva? Shiva, the name means benefactor, is referred to Supreme Soul, who is incorporeal, the father of all human souls. That is why all humans, irrespective of the faith they regard and worship God as an incorporeal entity. Being incorporeal, God Shiva cannot be represented by an idol. Therefore, Hindus worship him in the form of Shivling. The lakhs of Shiva temples all over the world include the famous temples at Amarnath in Kashmir, Somnath in Gujarat, Vishwanath in Varanasi, and Mahakaleshwar in Ujjain. The names of these Shiva temples define Shiva's various divine functions of Supreme Soul. The Linga is worshipped as the image of Shiva. The Linga indicates that Shiva is neither male nor female, nor human being like of the other deities. The Lord is an incorporeal point of light. That is why the 12 well-known Shiva temples in India are also known as Jyotirlinga, signifying his form of light. The 3 lines marked on the Shivalinga symbolize the 3-4 characteristics of the Trimurti, the Lord of 3 subtle deities. Trinetri, the one who has the third eye of wisdom. Trikaladashi, the one who surveys the 3 aspects of time, and Trilokanath, the Lord of the 3 worlds. As he liberates the entire humanity from sorrow and suffering, Shiva is called the world benefactor. The Supreme Soul is one and souls are many. The Supreme Soul is the creator of the eternal world, and souls are the actors in it. By becoming pure, a soul can become a great soul, religious soul, and a divine or deity soul, but they cannot become Supreme Soul, that is, highest on high. Souls are the progeny, but they cannot become Supreme Soul. Okay then, what does the word Ratri means? Shivratri does not mean Shiva's night. The festival represents God's descent on earth to end the unlimited night of ignorance and suffering and to direct us in the golden dawn of peace, harmony and happiness. Here, Ratri indicates critical period of world when unrighteousness reaches its extreme and all human efforts causing the situation and making humans to fail in overcoming the situation. It's a period of extreme sorrow and suffering when the vices of ego, lust, anger, and attachment rule human thoughts and actions. What does fasting and awakening means? Fasting means to stay close to God. Fasting means turning our intellect upwards and being as godly students and remembering our true home, the land of peace. In other words, we call it as Supreme Abode, where Supreme Soul and all souls reside. The true awakening means to awaken from the extreme ignorance and to protect the self from the evil influence of vices, such as lust, anger, greed, etc. Usually we call fasting in Hindu mythology Upavas. Up means near, Vas means to live, which together means to be close to the God with intellect. The fasting which keeps the soul close to Shiva is the fasting from waste and impure thoughts. With such spiritual fasting, the mind is cleansed and stays close to Shiva. And awakening in Hindu mythology means Jagaran. Jagaran symbolizes the beginning of spiritual awakening, thus keeps the third eye of wisdom open so that one is able to protect one's moral values and innate pure qualities of the soul. It is also believed that one should chant the name of Shiva continuously in order to receive blessings. This custom symbolizes that devotees are asked to remember Shiva constantly through their thoughts. What is our relationship with him? God Shiva, being incorporeal and beyond the cycle of birth and rebirth, does not have any father or mother. He is self-existent, and our first relationship with him is child. He is a father, mother, teacher, Sadguru to all human souls. Shiva, who is called Ocean of Knowledge, in truth represents the descent of the Supreme Being into this world to dispel the darkness of the night of ignorance and direct us to the new dawn. It is said that Shiva opened his third eye and destroyed all evil in the world. In fact, he being an incorporeal has no eye. What Shiva does is to open the eye of the intellect of human beings by first realizing them of their true identity, that we are all souls, not bodies, and imparting the knowledge of entire cycle of human history. He teaches humans the way to liberate themselves from vices so that they become worthy of entering into the new dawn. He reveals the most profound knowledge about the Creator and His creation. He reveals the supreme wisdom of Raj Yoga, which helps human beings to absolve their sins and attain their original purity and perfection. That is why God Shiva is knowledgeful and purifier. God Shiva guides all souls to the land of liberation, the soul's world, where they are freed from their bondages, and they live in peace and silence. Thus, he is also called Master of Death. He transforms the creation to its original state. This purification leads to the creation of a new pure world called Golden Age, where complete purity, peace and prosperity prevailed. That is why the Supreme Father of all souls is called the Creator, and Shiva, which means the benefactor of all, who does good to every soul by incarnating in this world. Today, when corruption, unrighteousness and immorality have spread all over the world, when ethical and moral values have degraded drastically, Supreme Soul Shiva once again imparts the godly message of be pure and be yogi by teaching true spiritual knowledge and Raj Yoga through the spiritual children. Significance of Trimurti Shiv Jayanti. A beautiful way to celebrate the Trimurti Shiv Jayanti is to have a firm understanding in becoming an embodiment of virtues and powers, and to have an unending enthusiasm to convey God Shiva's message to each and every soul, so that no soul remains deprived of the God-fatherly inheritance of liberation and liberation in life. We have to surrender all vices in us to Shiva, offering the wild flowers like ak, etc., which are poisonous and are symbolic of the vices in us. We must treat this whole world as Shivratri, and we have to keep awake and have to follow the supreme guidance of God Shiva during this time, and make our stable constant by having specialities, unity and concentration. Unity represents we are united and we all belong to one Father, and concentration represents to be free from waste and sinful thoughts that cause damage, discourage and dislike to ourselves as well as to others. By understanding and following the God in this way, we will be blessed with the treasures of peace, purity, and joy. We must tell our brothers and sisters belonging to other faiths that they should also follow the supreme directions of God Father, whom their respective prophets represented and worshipped. God Shiva's message is: the first point, make efforts to liberate yourself from the negative and wasteful thoughts. This is the cause of your downfall. Second point, make your life blissful and be worthy to claim blessings. Third point, remain content and satisfy others. Fourth point, have good thinking for the self and good wishes for everyone. Fifth point, celebrate all the days of success by using all the treasures in a worthwhile way and be victorious in each and every aspect. Dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this brief session. Om Shanti. This program is brought to you by Brahmakumaris, your source for inner peace and power. You're listening Gateway to Heaven, where inner bliss flows in your heart. For more details, contact us through vishwakalyani4@gmail.com.